Aggrieved NIFOR workers brandished green leaves and placards calling on the federal government to wake up to its responsibility by meeting the agreement reached with the unions in 2011. The protesters, who said they have been marginalized for years, demanded for the implementation of 65-year-old retirement age of research and allied staff as applied to other federal institutions, funding of research institutions in the country, separation of research funds from capital budget, payment of their salaries spanning 12 months, immediate release of research institutes' condition of service, and establishment of National Research Commission, amongst others.
There is non-skipping of grade level, there is salary arrears to be paid, which has not been paid. And without research, the country cannot really move forward. So what we are trying to do now is to let the federal government know that the funding for the research sector is really meager. And we need the federal government to be able to fund us properly and to give us our rights.
I want to let the whole world to know today that this money has been paid to every other sector except the research sector. Again, it will interest the whole world to know and the federal government to know that our union at the national level have held 32 good meetings with the federal government, yet no result. Number of ultimatum given to federal government, 155 days ultimatum given to federal government, yet no result. We are using this medium to tell the whole world and to tell the federal government and even the president and even the ministry that their insensitivity to our plight is enough.
We're talking about our condition of service. We're talking about National Research Institute Commission, as well as retirement ages for the research and not research cadre. We're talking about funding of the research sector. All these things are our rights. We are asking the federal government to make sure that they deliver them to us.
The workers who vowed to continue with their strike, which is already 79 days old, threatened to collapse the sector totally should the federal government fail to meet their demands.
This is a message to the federal government to immediately accede to our agitations. If not, all the research institutes in Nigeria will be grounded.
We all work. We are expected to receive our pay at the end of each month and everything. But this thing is long overdue since 2011. So I think it's time that we speak our mind, that the federal government should know what we are passing through.
At the time of this report, all the offices at NIFOR were under lock in compliance with a directive from the national headquarters of the unions. It was learned that the protest was taking place simultaneously in all research and allied institutions across the country. Patience Osarogiuwa reporting.